Today we're going to be installing our touring highway peg kit for the Kawasaki Ninja 1100 SX all models. And to begin our installation, we're going to be attaching the foot peg to the billet aluminum bracket. And you'll see that the foot peg comes attached with the clevis, so it's already ready to pivot, and you're going to need this bracket as well. Go ahead and grab 2 of the M8 by 20 button head bolts and a 5mm hex wrench. And the way this works is the bolts go in through the back side and they attach to the clevis, and the best position that we've discovered is going to be assemble it like this, with a bolt far to the left and a bolt far to the right, and it'll look something like this. Now you're going to need a 6mm hex wrench, and you're going to need an 8mm socket, preferably 1/4-inch drive so it'll fit a little easier. We're going to start by removing the upper bolt with the 8mm. And you can set it aside, you won't be reusing it. And then with your 6mm hex, remove this one and this one. Also, you won't be reusing these. For the next part of the installation, you're going to go to the clutch spacer bag, and you're going to get your short spacer and your longer spacer. The 65mm button head, which goes with the short spacer. The 55mm button head bolt, which goes with the longer spacer. You're going to need this really small spacer, and that goes with the 50mm button head. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take our short spacer, and it's going to go into the hole closest to the foot pegs. Take your long spacer, put it into the front hole. Take the assembly that you just put together, and we're going to put the 55, 65, 50, we're going to put that little spacer on the back side of this bracket. We're all going to slide it all together here. And then with a 4mm hex, we're going to start putting it all back together. And then once you get all the bolts in place, then you can go ahead and tighten them. And this side is complete. Now we're going to start working on our brake side, and we're going to be removing this lower fairing bolt just ahead of the brake pedal, and you're going to need a 6mm hex to do this. And then you can set it aside, we will not be reusing it. Now we're going to be focusing on this hook holding this conduit. We're just going to push it out of the way, out of the hook, and then we're going to follow down where it's connected right there, and using a 10mm hex, we're going to remove it. Now by removing that lower fairing bolt, it's going to give us the ability to pull on this and kind of move it out of the way, give you some room. Once you get it a little loose, you can just unscrew it, and we will not be reusing this hook. But keep track of where that hole is, because we will be attaching our hidden bracket to it. And we will also not be using that bolt that you just removed. Included in the kit is this hidden bracket. and it's going to attach just like so, with this top bolt going into that hole, and the bolt's going to go from this side into the hole. You're going to need your 16mm hex head bolt, which is that, and you're also going to need your 10mm wrench. And this does take a little bit of patience. You're going to thread it in about halfway because you want to be able to manipulate that bracket just a little bit so that we can get that other hole lined up. And for that one, you're going to need your 25mm hex. I'm going to manipulate the fairing so that you can see what's going on. When you pull this back, here is the other end of that bracket. You need to move it to the back side. And then you'll take a bolt and it'll go from the back side towards the front. And that, once again, was your 25mm hex. And once you move it into position, you'll see that this other end starts to come through on this hole. You're going to need your 10mm wrench again so that you can tighten it up. Now that you have a bolt in either hole, you can tighten it down. And I would suggest doing some on this one and then going back up to the top before you completely tighten them down. The next step in our installation is much like on the other side. We're going to be attaching the foot peg to the main bracket. And you'll see that the foot peg is going to be already attached to this clevis. All you have to do is attach it to this main bracket. This is the configuration. If you look on the back, we found the best position would be this one right here, and we've marked a line going from center to center all the way across, just to make it easier for you when you're assembling it in the field. You're going to need 2 of the 20mm button heads, and that's going to take your 5mm hex to do it. To continue your brake side installation, you're going to need your last 2 spacers, which are going to be this one with the tip on it, and that's going to be fitting into the fairing hole. And then this one, and this is not a completely flat piece. You'll see that one side is 100% flat and perpendicular to the outside, but this side has a bit of an angle to it, and that's so that once installed you can move the entire assembly closer to the bike. You're also going to need a 60mm button head along with the lock nut, and those are going to go on the front piece here, and then the 55mm button head, which is going to go into this piece here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our fairing spacer and we're going to put that in, and then we're going to take your other spacer, and the side that is completely flat is going to go against here, and the side with the angle is going to go towards the foot pegs. So we're going to take our bracket and we're going to put our longer bolt through here. Then the angled end of the spacer is going to go over the bolt, and then it's going to go through the hole in the hidden bracket. And then you can kind of let it droop a little bit here, and take your lock nut through the back and thread it on. And we're just, we don't need to tighten it yet. We're just trying to keep this part from falling. Move this up, get that into position, and put your other bolt through. You can start to thread it in. And that's going to be a 4mm hex on both of these. And the nut is going to need the 10mm wrench that you've been using. Now, the way this works with the adjustment for the angled is when you turn them, and if you have it too tight, you won't be able to turn them. It will pull it towards the bike, and you're going to want to do that on both of them. And then start tightening it up. And the installation is complete.